It's better than the,
I know.
than the back
I
one.
got it. Totally cool. All right, let's do a little bit of magic here for you, Adrian. Adrian, I want you to imagine these are 4 jumbo queens.
Four jumbo queens.
4 jumbo queens. The clubs, the hearts, the spades, and the diamonds, right? The 4 suits.
Yes.
You know, we have the red queens, the hearts and the diamonds, and we have the black queens, the spades and the clubs. Now, if I was going to reach in and pluck out the black or the red, what would it be? Black or red?
I'd just give you a color.
Mm-hmm.
Plug out a black one.
We're taking out the black ones. I'm holding the black ones up in front of your face now.
Yeah.
You're looking at the clubs and the spades. If I was going to get rid of the clubs or get rid of the spades, what would it be?
Now let's get rid of the spade.
Get rid of the spades. We'd be left with the queen of clubs. Now I want you to imagine the queen of clubs turning face up in that stack right there.
Okay.
If you imagined that, only one card in that stack,
Oh,
the queen of clubs, would be face up right there.
Very nice.
Right. Now, check it out, Adrian. This is a special queen. It's very special to me. It's the only card I have here that has a red colored back.
Wow.
Because I knew you were going to pick the queen of clubs. I didn't even need to print the other cards.
So cool. Wow, I love it. I love it.
Go.
So how long does it take you to practice a trick like that?
It's more about the performance. You know what I mean? There's a lot of memorization of your scripting, your routining,
Okay.
you know, so that when I do a trick, it's the same over and over and over and over. You know what I mean? That's how.
Yeah.
Let's do this here. I want you to imagine this, Adrian. I want you to imagine that I open this deck of cards. I want you to imagine that I slowly spread through the cards.
Okay.
And in your mind, at some point, you reach in and you grab one card out of the deck. And now you can see that card in front of your face. What card did you pick out of that deck in your imagination?
7 of hearts.
7 of hearts. In your mind, I want you to look at the back of the card like this, and I want you to imagine drawing a black X on the back with a big black marker.
Okay.
When you're done, I want you to put the cap back on the pen.
Okay.
Don't sniff the ink. The drinks are way better for you. The 7 of hearts. We're going to look for your card there.
Oh.
The 7 of hearts.
Yeah.
Okay? So, your card, the 7 of hearts. Now, I didn't ask you at the beginning of this to draw an X here on the fronts.
Right.
I said to draw an X on the back. But I didn't say to draw an X on the back of any of these cards. I said only one card would have an X on it if you had a good imagination. And you certainly do.
Wow. Very nice.
Yeah.
So, the first trick you did tonight, you said pick a card, and then as a matter of fact, change your mind and pick another card.
Uh-huh.
That first card I picked was a 7 of hearts.
Oh, there you go.
So I thought I'm going to go back to that one.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Wow, very cool, very cool.
Let's try a little mental magic here for you.
Okay.
We're going to do a lesson in free will. All right, a lesson in free will. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. Hold those, pinch those right there. Now, I want you to imagine that you have everything that I have.
Okay.
A plus sign, a star, a square, a wavy lines, and a circle.
Okay.
Now, this isn't even part of the trick. I just want to see if we can get on the same page here. But were you thinking of the star?
I was.
You were. That is amazing. Just like that, in your head. Okay, now what I want you to do is I want you to shuffle those up without looking at them. Just change the order of them. And then I want you to hand me one of those cards randomly. And I'm going to hand you one, and you hand me. Great. Now, do you know what card you handed me?
I have no idea.
You don't know. You're not psychic. I'm just going to check it. The card you handed me was the circle. What did I hand you?
I guess it'll be a circle. Very
circle.
nice. A circle.
Now, as I said earlier, this was a lesson in free will. Sometimes we think we have free will, we have a choice, we think we know what we're doing. You carefully shuffled, you carefully picked that card, you made a free choice, but we don't always have a free choice. Go ahead and turn over the rest of your cards. You only had one choice.
Wow. Look at that. Wow. Unbelievable. So do you have a preference for what kind of magic you do? Do you like doing card magic?
I like doing a lot of card magic, sometimes coins, sometimes money, objects, a lot of things appeal to me. I generally do a lot of things that I can cards I can keep in my pocket. Or
Okay.
I do a lot of strolling magic. That's primarily what I do or did prior to this year was corporate cocktail parties, events, parties, mostly where it's mingling magic, where I walk up to a table of people and do magic. So it's not like I can carry a lot. In fact, tonight I have my large coffin case with me, but I usually carry a small one, and I just table hop.
Okay.
Now sometimes I have and will perform in front of an audience, or in a large living room, parlor type magic. But most of the hiring, was for parties where I'm mingling. That ended up being the main focus of that. I am converting my business to an online model now. So that's new this year, and it will extend beyond any of these limitations that we have due to COVID. And I've done many Zoom and FaceTime gigs this year, and I'm in the process of setting up my new website, which is zoombirthdaymagic.com, and it'll be set to be basically a way for somebody to either request for themselves or as a gift to somebody else, the gift of magic, a 15-minute birthday magic show.
Yeah.
Where I can...
and you can tailor the show to that particular person.
And I do each time, you know what I mean? Depending on who they are, I try and find out who they are, how old they are, and,
what they
these
like.
kind of things, what they like, and that kind of thing. And then I also play, if it's a young teenager or an old adult, there's going to be slightly different things I do. But I have specific magic that is my own unique birthday magic trick for somebody on their birthday. It's really nice.
Yeah, very cool.
It's really fun.
Very cool. What are your thoughts about performers that do, I don't know, these in air quotes, the street magic?
Oh, well, street magic is very, the only difference really between street magic and strolling magic or close-up magic is it's just done on a street. It's more or less the same kind of magic that I do.
And the props maybe too? Or?
Yeah, the same kind of stuff. Coins, bills, marker, whatever is like on you. It's like whatever they're trying to do. There are some of the greatest street magicians in the world, and some of them transfer from there off the street to to move on higher and further. Right.
I remember let me go back to when I was younger, and the traditional kind of magic that we're used to seeing, whatever it was, like just a bad example is pulling a rabbit out of a hat, right? But there are things that you see again and again and again, like with the rings and with the scarves, or they do the
the pea and the
and that kind of stuff. And I get used to seeing that, growing up, and then as an adult, the first time I saw street magic, I was blown away, and there were actually some thoughts of me thinking like, this guy must be, he must be like a sorcerer, or he's got to be like the devil, or
right,
because it was so different,
right?
But when you look at that magic, do you see the mechanics of traditional magic tricks?
No, because what's happened in the last 10 or 20 years is magic has exploded, and so many more people are in it now, and so there's different thinking, like certain magicians only think a certain way. Well, then there's a whole new crew of people who are inventing at an exponential rate that you wouldn't even believe.
And I see that on Foolus.
Right. And a lot of I know a lot of the people that have been on there. I've had plenty of friends that have been on there and not fooled them, and I've known a couple people who have fooled them.
Yeah.
That's a good show for that, and it's an interesting show too, because they speak about magic in a way where they don't reveal it, but they are speaking to me.
Yeah, and I love that because
I don't know how much the audience gets that, but they will say little code words or little tells that tell the magician, that they know, and they're not really just saying that they know how they did it.
Right.
And but to the audience, they're like, they'll say, does that have anything to do with a Mr. Elmsley or something like that? And it just means something to me, but it doesn't mean anything to
anybody else.
And I love that.
Right? And I love that again because I enjoy magic for the entertainment and for the art. I don't have to know. I don't want to know.
Right.
It's like the spoiler to a movie, right? Do we need to spoil the movie? Like I don't need to know how an effect was done. Just enjoy it for what it is, right? So do we need that coin?
Oh, we don't.
Okay.
Take one of those coins right there.
Okay.
Make sure you look at it, examine it, make sure it's
Can I
not.
put my glasses
Sure,
on?
it's
All
not funny, fishy, weird, anything like that. I want you to write your name or initials on that coin. You can put it on one or both sides, doesn't matter. You put any symbol you want. I just want to make sure that we mark that in a way that is your. Okay, give me the pen here.
Put my initials on there.
Great.
Can I show the camera?
Sure.
Put my initials on there.
Right.
All right.
Now, are you right or left-handed?
I'm right-handed.
You're right-handed. I want you to reach your right arm out in front of you just like that. Open your hand face up and close your hand tightly. Open it face up, close your hand tightly around that coin right there.
Okay.
Now, keep your arm very straight for this, Adrian. I want you to think about that coin getting warmer and warmer. It doesn't have to warm up, but I just want you to conceptualize the idea that that coin can and may warm up inside of your hand.
Sure.
Next, I want you to think about that coin becoming soft and flexible, softer, 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 until the point that coin can bend inside of your mind. And now I want you to use your actual thought, and I want you to bend that nickel with your signature on it in your hand, but I want you to use your thought. And when you're ready, open up your hand.
Holy moly. Wow. Wow. So there it is with my initials on it. And I don't know if you can see that, but it is, can you see that? Can you see that it's bent?
I can see it from here that it's bent. I hope they can see that it's bent. You can put it on here and see that it's definitely,
There you go.
it's bent.
Wow.
There's the power of the mind.
So, power of the mind, it's funny that you say that because when you said, imagine it getting hot, I actually started thinking, isn't it actually getting hot?
Nice. Well, you're supposed to believe. You're supposed to believe. Believe.
I thought it was going to get so hot to the point that I was going to have to let go of it.
I got one more. I'll do for you right here. I want you to think of it. Well, let me explain this first. You know, a deck of cards has 52 cards in it, but the alphabet has 26 letters. So I have a specially printed deck that has 2 alphabets, A through Z twice. Largely printed here. Now I want you to think of the first name of a person or pet that's very special to you. I want there to be an emotion attached to this so that whoever that is special. Okay. What is the name of that person or pet?
Allie.
Allie, spell it.
A-L-L-I-E. It's a cat of my cat that passed away a few years ago.
A-L-L-I-E. Okay. Allie. A-L-L-I-E.
Yeah.
And there's no way that I could have ever known that name. There's no way, right? Well, I want to show you here. In all these deck of red cards, the only cards that I have that are not red, Adrian, happen to be the only cards that spell out the name.
Wow.
Allie.
Wow. That's crazy.
There's no way I could have known that.
Wow, I love that.
You think. Apparently there is a way.
Well, it's magic.
It's magic.
It's magic. I love it.
There you go. Well, there's some magic for you, some cocktails for you.
Magic and cocktails. I appreciate you joining the podcast. If people want to follow you,
people want to follow me, they can follow me on Instagram at TheRealScaryLarry. My website is also ScaryLarryMagic.com.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank
so
you,
much
Adrian.
for being on the podcast. Finally, I'm so happy that we got to do this.
Super fun. I'm so glad.
Excellent cocktails, excellent magic. What kind of a Monday are we having tonight? Right? Isn't this great?
We're having a good Monday. I don't know what you guys are doing, but we're having a great night over here at the...
So thank you again, Larry. And
cheers to that.
Cheers. Cheers and aloha, party people. We'll see you on the next episode.